Corpbiz.
Hello everyone, this is Yash Saxena and you are watching Corpbiz. Today we are going to talk about the BIS CRS certification for hermetic compressors. So what are hermetic compressor? Let's begin with it. The hermetic compressor is a vital component of household refrigerators and commercial chilling units. Due to its closed loop design, it is difficult to maintain, but it is quite compact and has a better service life. Hermetic compressors falls under the Compulsory Registration Scheme of BIS, one of the standards governing the manufacturing and quality facets of the hermetic compressor is Indian Standard 10617 is to 2018. What is the role of this Indian standard? This Indian standard primarily encompasses hermetically sealed refrigeration and AC compressors based on rotary, reciprocating and scroll pump mechanism leveraging the vapor compression cycle and works fine for low, moderate and high temperature applications. The capacity of these compressors should be computed by the manufacturer in line with Indian standards. A fail-safe mechanism should be there as well as to ensure end user safety. The protection that usually serves these compressors includes an electronic controller protection system or bimetallic thermal overload protection system (OLP). The OLPs can either be external or internal to the compressor. The manufacturer should follow the given parameters for categorizing hermetic compressors while keeping the Indian standards in view. So, it is of different categories: low back compressors, commercial back compressors, medium back compressors and high back compressors. And it also depends on the number of phases, like you can classify it on the basis of the category and the number of phases. So first is single phase, another is three phase. As we have discussed enough of the backgrounder about the product, let's move on to the requirements to be filled for the BIS certification. The product should be in line with the criteria outlined under the Indian standard schemes. The BIS CRS certification for hermetic compressor is only applicable to the manufacturers, retailers or distributors. Does not fall under this registration. The BIS CRS certification for hermetic compressor applies to a single product and single production facility. If a manufacturer plans to open a new production facility in any location, separate application filing must be done for both products and the facility. The in-house lab should be served by qualified personnel and must have all the testing equipments in accordance with the Indian standards. All production processes from raw material procurement to the final packaging should be executed in the same facility. The outsourcing activities requires BIS approval. The technical guidelines are accessible for all products outlined under the product certification scheme. The scheme encompasses sampling norms, types of test equipments and schemes of vetting and testing, a scope description, etc. Applicants can go through the manual to prepare a roadmap for successful vetting and application filing. This is the best way to avoid the chances of cancellation. As we have discussed enough about the product and about the norms of BIS CRS, now let's move on to the documents that are required for BIS CRS certification for hermetic computers. Name as well as address proof of the factory and the owner, proof of production facilities such as MOA and incorporation certificate, factory license, layout plan, certified flowchart of manufacturing process, list of equipment and machines used in the factory, list of testing apparatus and equipments, calibration certificates of testing equipment, testing report by a certified lab, an authorized letter from the CEO confirming that the assigning person has been nominated as the legal person to deal with the registration formalities. If the applicant is from the other nation, details of the Indian agent and the nomination form. Technical details of hermetic compressors along with the component list. As you are ready with the documents, then you have to follow the following steps to get your certification. The applicant visits the BIS portal and fetches the applicable registration form. Applicant fill up the form and attest the mandatory documents as mentioned in the video previously. Applicant submits the application along with the documents as per BIS Act. BIS sends the vetting professionals to the applicant's facility to make some legal checks. Then BIS officer collects the product sample and sends it to the certified lab for testing. The applicant collects the test report and shares it with the BIS via an online portal. After the successful scrutiny, the BIS will grant the certification. It is extremely difficult to compete in this dynamic marketplace without being unique and standing out. One way to outwit the competition, adhere to quality standards. BIS quality standards are globally recognized and serve as an indicator of dependability and quality. BIS is the apex government institution in charge of developing and revising product standards while keeping in public safety in mind. BIS is registering under the Compulsory Registration Scheme. To get this BIS certification easily, all you have to do is call at the given numbers and get in touch with our experts. Rest will be taken care by us. So this was all about the topic, and for more such content, keep watching Corpbiz. This is Yash Saxena signing off.